Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to Chaos and Order, Art by Susan Holt. That's me. I'm Susan Holt. I am an artist, and today is September 14th, 2022. Welcome to Wednesday Live. For those of you joining me live, thank you so much for joining me. For those of you who will be watching in replay, thank you for joining me. Go ahead and put hashtag replay in the comments so I know you were here. And, oh, looks like I can see comments tonight because my husband just told me he can see me, he can hear me. I see April is here. That's fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. Excuse me. So if you are watching in replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay so I know you're here. If you have a question for me, go ahead and give me a little bit of context. That way when I answer you back, I know where in the video you wanted the information from. Excuse me. I see Jennifer is watching. Hello, hello. Studio Doug has just wandered in. There she is, everybody. There she is. So if you hear some tippy-tapping little footprints behind me and some whining, that's her. I see Marcy is here. Hi, Marcy. If I say something you like tonight, go ahead and give me some thumbs up. Hi, Marcy. And if I say something you absolutely love tonight, give me some hearts. As usual, give me all the hearts, likes, and comments you want to. Excuse me. I tried to swallow down the wrong pipe earlier. I'm so sorry for coughing. So tonight I am excited to paint the dots on our monthly painting. Here is our monthly painting. Dun, 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 dun. It is pretty groovy. But first I'm going to show you our dot design card. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Lynn is watching tonight. I'll show you the dot design card that you chose the dot design from earlier today. This is the dot design card for September. You all chose number 3. Design number 1 got 1 vote. Poor little number 1. Number 2 got 5 votes. Number 3 got 10. So that was a complete landslide. As you can see, it's got a little fishy on it. Now, if I do this without part of the tail, it becomes a sharky. Hi, Cindy. How you doing? Thanks for watching. So tell me if you want a little fishy on it or if you want a sharky on it. So go ahead and do that. Before I get to painting, I would like to remind you that these little dot design cards are available to you here in my group. They are not available on my website. They're not available to anybody else. So these are exclusive pieces to you. Jennifer says she wants a little fishy. Marcy says she wants a shark. All right, we're tied up. What's it gonna be, fishy or shark tonight? So these little exclusive black and white paintings, they're on paper. So you will need to get them matted and framed. I can certainly mat it for you, but you'll have to take it in and get it framed. I prefer a white mat with a black frame, but that is completely how I like to mat things and how I like to frame things, but it will go really well with this. The nice thing about these little dot design cards is they are very elegant. They'll go with just about anything in your space. And you get 3 dot designs all on 1 card. Woohoo! So this is actually an archival art paper, so you don't have to worry about it fading unless you put it in the sun, and then anything's gonna fade if you put it in the sun, especially here in Arizona. So I'm still at 1 fish and 1 shark. Somebody else. Julia says shark, so we're at 2 sharks, 1 fish. So fishy or sharky. We've got 2 sharks, 1 fish. All right. Getting ready here. But anyhow, these little dot design cards exclusive to you. Cindy says shark. That's 3 sharks, 1 fish. Woohoo! We're going to do a sharky tonight. Excellent. It's going to be so much fun on our little tropical island. So dot design cards are 7 by 10 inches and they're $100. That includes free shipping in the continental US. Julia says she likes how the shark curves around the center dot. There we go. Oh yeah. Make him part of the design. Maybe it's a girl shark. Girl sharks are awesome. Guy sharks are awesome. Sharky sharks are awesome. So if you're interested in this dot design card, go ahead and just say first dibs on the dot design card in the comments, and I will message you after the live tonight, maybe tomorrow morning when I watch it back, and we will get this sent on its way to you. All right, just let me know. I'm going to prop this up. Oh, and tonight I have a special design for the spiral for you. I have figured out a way that I want to play with the center spiral. Julia says dibs on the dot design card. Excellent, Julia. Let me write your name down, and I will private message you this evening. Thank you. Writing your name down. All right, Miss Julia, I will get with you this evening after this, probably about half an hour to an hour after filming, because I do go back and rewatch the video and comment back to people then and answer questions, especially if I'm looking down like I'm going to be doing tonight at this beautiful little painting here. So speaking of that, let me turn the camera around for you, point it at the painting. Get it where it's supposed to be. Get it where you can see best. All right. So I'll have this way. Then I've got my spiral design and my dot design card that way from here. So I had to mix up some new paint today for this. It's going to be very similar, if not almost exact, to this really light, almost white line. Julia says, ooh, she loves the colors on this one. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, this is the monthly painting, and the colors were chosen by the group. Oh, I think that's still I think my paint is still a little too thick. That is what happens when you mix up a new batch of paint. Sometimes it's too thick, sometimes it's too thin. And I reuse my little bottles. That way I kind of keep them out of the landfill. So this isn't the original paint that came in this bottle. I think I've remixed this one 3 or 4 times. But they are handy to have. That's better, but it's not great. So I'm going to dump some paint out of there into another bottle that almost matches it, and that I know I can zhuzh later and make match, just so I get enough water in there so that my consistency tonight is where I need it to make these dots come out round instead of oval. I've had that happen before. When I first started, I was like, why are these dots oval? Well, it was because I didn't have enough water in my paint, or sometimes it could be too much water in my paint. So the paint does have to be the right consistency to do this. And it really depends on the pigments in your paint and how much binders you have and how much pour medium you have, if any, in your paint. So there's a lot that goes into mixing paints that not everybody thinks about, but I do. Okay, I think that'll work. If it doesn't, I'll think it always should have. Okay. see Anne-Marie is here. Hello, hello, Anne-Marie. Thanks for joining me tonight. We're doing dot design number 3. It's the one with the little fishy, but we're changing it up and doing a sharky. Okay, so I think I want this design to kind of come in this direction. So I think I'm going to start this one out here. And I use my hand to see where I want my spiral to go. It's not a perfect facsimile, but it works. And I'm just making sure that I get the right size of dot for the right size of area that I have to cover. And that's where I want it. I want it up there a little bit. Yeah. Now we'll get to painting. If I get real quiet tonight while I'm painting, it's because I'm doing a new spiral design and the new finial design. Cindy actually came up with calling them finials for the little end designs that come out. So those are the designs on the dot card, the dot design card. Okay, let's see. So how's your week going? Is it going well? Mine's been pretty hectic. I'm learning some new stuff in class, trying to put it into my repertoire and into practice. My brain kind of broke on it the other day, but I think it's getting back there. Okay. Let's see. Cindy says, like a hurricane approaching the island. Yeah, kind of. A hurricane of sharks. I'm going to leave it at a hurricane of sharks because I don't want to get sued for copyright infringement. Alright, you guys may think this is going to look a little different this time, and it is. Trying something new here, and I think it's going to look really cool. I think you're really going to like it. But I'm not going to tell you quite yet what I'm doing. Just have you sit back and watch for now. And think to yourself, what on earth is she doing? Yes, Cindy, that is exactly the thing I don't want to get sued for copyright over, so I'm not going to say it out loud. Always count on your sassy friends to try to get you in trouble. But that's okay. That's why they're my sassy friends. So as you can see, I'm doing all of this by eye. I'm not using a pencil to pre-mark anything. I've been doing this now since at the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. So I have kind of a sense of where I want things to go and how I want them to look. Now this is where I'm going to get a little quiet because I haven't worked this out in paint yet. I'm going to concentrate on getting my little swoops right. So we're still going to have a spiral design, but it's not going to be my traditional spiral design. I have to find the right size tools. See, Becky is watching. Hi, Becky. Welcome, welcome. Trying a new central spiral design tonight, so I might be a little quiet while I'm doing this. Haven't got it quite figured out. This is the first time I'm actually putting it down in paint. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm liking it so far. Are you guys liking it so far? Just put a yes in the comments if you like it. Jennifer says yes, yes, yes. Cindy says yes. Thank you, thank you. Oh, scroll up here. There we go. Wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anybody. Oh. Almost put that one on the wrong spot. it is so far. I think I'm going to stop here with the center design and go ahead and put the finial design on. I see Richard is watching. Hello, Richard. Thanks for watching. So again, you guys chose dot design number 3 on the dot design card this evening. This one right here. And instead of making a fish, I'm going to just make a sharky. Sharky. But we kind of got to get notebook out of the way, my sketchbook. All right. That way I can get my painting how I need it. And I do move my painting around because I don't want to smear my hand through the wet paint. That would be a disaster. I would not like that at all. When I transitioned over from painting rocks to painting on canvases, I drug my hand through a couple of dots of wet paint before I learned how to move my hands and work the tools, so I didn't do that. So does anyone have any plans for the weekend? This last weekend, my husband and I, we ordered a bed frame, so we put that together last weekend. But I don't think we have any plans this weekend. I think he's getting a haircut. So I don't think we have too much going on. I'll have to look at the calendar. I haven't looked at my calendar for the weekend yet. Brenda says she's going to decorate for Halloween. Oh, fantastic. And hello, Brenda. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I've got several friends who are going to be decorating for Halloween. My husband and I are not holiday decorators. I don't think either of us want to put up the decorations or take them down. So we've decided just not to. I do like seeing the stuff that goes up around the neighborhood though, so. Brenda says, even Christmas. Excellent. Yeah, last Christmas there was a couple of our neighbors that had those blow-up displays in their yard, and one of them was a little family of 3 penguins, really cute. They had it close to the sidewalk, and my dog, we call her our wee baby Pomeranian, even though she's 70 pounds of German Shepherd mix because she's not sure of things sometimes, but you know, I took my time with her on that display because it was so close to the sidewalk, and let her approach it at her own time and sniff it, and she decided it wasn't too bad and could be ignored. Brenda says the painting reminds her of a tropical island. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I think that's what we're going for. Yeah. I haven't forgotten our little fishy, I promise. Excuse me, our sharky. I promise. It's coming at the end. Speaking of sharkies, I think I may have told this story before, but when I was in my early 20s, I went out to visit my dad. He was working on a project out in San Diego, and one of the guys that he worked with was a professional surfer, like nationally ranked professional surfer. So I got out there, and he met us at the beach with a couple extra boards. I was fine until something touched my leg. Dad and the professional surfer guy said, "Oh, it's probably just kelp." Let me tell you, I didn't care if it was kelp. In my head, it was a shark and it was going to eat me. So I paddled back to shore so fast. And they just sat out there and laughed at me, and that's fine. They can laugh at me all they want. But I didn't get eaten by a shark. And those of you who know me, once I kind of dig my heels in on something, there's really no talking me out of it. So they're sitting there on the boards going, no, it's fine. And I was not having any of their shenanigans. Brenda says, LOL, laughing at my suffering. Yes, please laugh at my suffering. Absolutely. It was pretty hilarious. So they spent the next probably half an hour out there. The professional surfer surfing and my dad trying to surf. The surfer was about my height, so about 5'8". My dad is 6'3", so he didn't have the right size board for my dad. So it was fun watching my dad fall into the waves over and over and over again. So that's a nice memory. Okay, I think I'm ready for our little sharkies. Do you guys watch Shark Week every year? I do not. I've watched a little bit this year. But generally, I don't. All right. There we have our little sharky sharkies. I'm going to pick this up carefully and show it to you closer. So there we have our little sharky sharkies. What do you guys think? You like them? Little sharky hurricane up there, down in the corner. I like it. I don't think I'm going to put any other spiral designs on this piece. I think this is going to be enough because it's going to just kind of sit over here approaching land ominously. Or if you like sharks, joyfully. And then we'll have the little island and everybody can be fleeing across the island to safety. Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right, so Julia, I will be contacting you about this, but before I go, I would like to remind you that next week we have a Q&A session, and I will be asking for you to vote on a title. If you think you know what this piece should be called, go ahead and drop it in the comments here on this post. You can do that when it's showing in replay, just in case you're typing right now and it kind of pops off the screen. Just come back and do that. And I will put them on the list. I think Dream Island was one of the suggestions from last week, so that'll be on the list. But do bring your questions for me, and I will answer them. And I would like to invite you to a consultation call. I almost said conference call. Boring. Consultation call, an art call where you can talk to me about art and kind of what kind of art you need. And if you like one of my pieces or like my style and don't know which piece you want, we'll talk about getting you the right piece. And Wednesday is next Wednesday, same time, same place. We're going to be 7 p.m. I think we're still in daylight savings time next week, so we're Pacific Standard Time. Arizona doesn't have daylight savings time, so we we don't change, but everybody else does. Patty Joe, I would use that name, but I believe it's copyrighted, so I will not be putting that one on the list, just in case. And that is, but thank you for the suggestion. If you have another one, I would love to hear it. Other than that, that is it for me tonight. Thank you so much for joining me for painting all these little dots. I will see you next Wednesday right here at Chaos and Order, art by Susan Holt. Thanks for joining me. I see Sue has just joined us. Hi, Sue. You're coming in right at the end. Go ahead and watch and replay and let me know what you think. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everyone.